Support for City Series boys basketball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Good evening and welcome to the Canton Memorial Civic Center for Regional Final Basketball. Joe Pacansky and Peter George here with you high atop on the rooftop almost here at center court, bringing you the action with your City Series regular season champion and Canton Division II district champion Buchtel Griffins facing the Cleveland Villa Angela St. Joseph Vikings. Both teams come in at 18-7 overall. Vikings here, courtesy of a great come-from-behind victory to win 66-62 in the regional semis against Cleveland Benedictine. Buchtel here after a grindy-type 60-51 performance in which they defeated the Poland Bulldogs, a Poland team that had won 17 straight games. Villa Angela St. Joseph's got here with a ferocious comeback, an 11-point fourth quarter deficit they faced against Cleveland Benedictine in a game that they snatched victory away from the jaws of defeat. Villa Angela St. Joseph, no stranger to being in this game. They have not lost a regional final game, and they have made it to the state in recent memory, and they have made it to the state 6 of the last 7 seasons in different divisions. This time up in Division II, they're going to try to do it. Perennial power and maybe even a slight favorite tonight. But the Buchtel Griffins got a lot to say about that. Undefeated City Series regular season champions, have dominated in every tournament game until the last one, in which they were tested mightily by the Poland Bulldogs, but they held on to win on a night where their star, Chris Livingston, the most highly touted freshman to come out of the Ohio area, maybe since LeBron James, was held to 10 points. But he came off back-to-back 30-point games before that. Let's go over the starters for both teams as we get ready for tip-off here. For the home team on the scoreboard, Villa Angela St. Joe's Vikings, number 5, Latrice Jackson, number 1, Jaden Hamid, number 14, Jordan Calhoun, number 12, Graham Koppelman, and number 50, Khalil Mitchum. As Joe's wins the tip, they're going right to left on your screen in the home whites with the red trim and blue numbers. Buchtel in there visiting black with the red numbers and white trim. Both teams come in at 18-7, and the pressure defense leads to a turnover. Buchtel Griffins ball. The Griffins starters tonight going pretty much the same as we've seen throughout the district. John King, the lone senior in this starting lineup. Martavian Johnson, Ronell Perry, Noah Peoples, and Chris Livingston. Livingston off the screen, he fires a 3, and that's a good start for Chris Livingston and the Griffins. Off the screen, in rhythm, 3-ball down. Quick lead for Buchtel. Buchtel man-to-man defensively. You can sense the intensity in here tonight. Great closeout by Livingston. St. Joe's showing patience offensively. Ball fake and a drive. Perry cut him off for a shot. And look at the box out by John King. Noah Peoples grabs the rebound. Peoples with the hesitation. We had a look. Nice give and go. King up and under. Gets it to go. 2 for 2 for the Griffins, and they're up 5-0. Attack the other way by St. Joe's. Cut off. St. Joe's been trailing in their last 2 ball games. They're going to get Livingston on the reach, and foul trouble was a problem for pretty much everybody the other night. First foul of the game. St. Joe's came from behind in their district final game to win. Came from 11 down in the fourth quarter to win the other night here. That time, Livingston gets away. Wait a minute. I don't know who that's on. Yep, it's on Livingston. That's his second. I don't like that call. I did not like that call at all, Peter, and that is not good. Quick three ball, no. Livingston with the rebound, and that was off of him, but all right. They're gonna discuss this right now. I think they called the foul on 25. They're gonna fix it, maybe. They're gonna discuss who that last foul was on. It was not on Livingston. And this is big, Peter. You don't want 2 fouls at the 6:28 mark. Nope, it's right. So as far as we know, foul will stay. But they're gonna stay with him here. That hurts his aggressiveness as well, especially on the defensive end. Good in and out action. Pari wide open for 3. And it's no matter right now. The Buchtel Griffins coming out fast. And Coach Babe Kwasniak wants a timeout. Griffins 8. St. Joe 0. And the Griffin faithful are on their feet. Great in out action. That zone is leaving a lot of guys wide open. And just a fantastic start here, 2 minutes in. City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools. AkronPublicSchools.com. Akron Public Schools, smart choice. For enrollment opportunities, you can always contact or look at akronschools.com. So 8-0 really. Buchtel looking like the more experienced and calm team coming in so far. Buchtel a little change defensively, going kind of like a matchup zone look here. Love the movement by Johnson, can't quite get there. The overplay, second turnover, Peoples gets it. We're going to have a reach-in foul. And that's going to go on number 23, Jason Praya, his first, team's first. Praya, a senior. Hamid, a sophomore, he's in the lineup. Calhoun's a senior. They got a little more experience age-wise. King with the rack, and the flush! You can see it coming. No answer right now for the ball movement of the Griffins. St. Joe's looks confused defensively. They desperately needed that one to go, and they got it to go. Jason Praya. Right back the other way, and we're going to have a foul. They're going to get player control foul. If he just would have pulled up one dribble before, they get Ronell Pari. Subs into the game. Rob Young-Jones is going to replace Singleton with, or is going to replace Chris Livingston with those 2 quick fouls. Played a couple minutes with them. Number 12, Graham Koppelman in. Livingston just took one shot and got caught with one reach in that was legit and one that wasn't. That's a deep three-pointer, and it's canned. Jaden Hamid. And it looks like St. Joe's got off the bus, 5 straight for them to cut into that 10-0 lead that Buchtel started with. In and out. Good look by Young-Jones, but can't get it to go. Rebound to Koppelman, and here comes St. Joe's again. Drive to the hole, up and good, and that's a guy you're going to have to stop, Jaden Hamid. 5 straight. 10-7 your score. And St. Joe's goes with the man-to-man, and they look better man-to-man defensively. That zone, they were standing still way too much. Actually, they're kind of going back into it. Now it's man. It's just a soft man. Paris too deep on that one. Great save by Peoples, but Koppelman grabs it. Stop and pop, and he's heating up. Can't get it to go, though. That was Hamid again. Noah Peoples rips down his second rebound. In the corner again for three, and that time, Young Jones gets it. Rob Young Jones fading to that corner. Good defense by John King, cutting off that driving lane. Peoples doing a great job clearing out without fouling there, using the strength of the lower half. And Peoples rips down his third board. Missed 12-footer there. Young Jones looks like they're going to leave him open. Good pass, and that was getting hoisted too. 3 threes already for the Griffins. King with the face up. He's long on that one. Hamid going to push the other way. That's too easy. But King says, I don't care, I'll come over. Great help by King. Third turnover for St. Joe's with the block. Nice drive by Paris, and he's going to get called for another offensive foul. If you just jump stop there and you don't get yourself into trouble, that one might have got away with sliding under a little bit, the defender. So now two guards with 2 fouls apiece, but he's going to come back with Chris Livingston, give John King a quick break. Also to Kai Coleman in for the first time. Number 5, Latrace Jackson back in for the Vikings. Matchup zone, back to it. 3 ball, way off the mark. Noah Peoples with another board. On the run, Martavian Johnson finds Livingston. He hangs and draws the foul. Wozniak did not like that call. Almost looked like Livingston got himself caught up, but the athleticism and the patience to hang and draw contact. That foul's going to go on Latrace Jackson, his first. A lot more pace to this one than the regional semifinal game so far. Cordell Livingston in for the first time, and also Anthony Hunt Jr. Buchtel will go 9-10 deep. You see them go to their bench. And their bench gave him a huge lift the other night when John King and Chris Livingston both went out with 4 fouls 4 minutes into the third. Missed by Livingston, but Rob Jones gets the rebound. It's knocked away, but back to Livingston. Step back 3 with a man in his face. Butter. Whew. And that, you can't defend it. Good hands there by Livingston as well. And now, Peter, you're asking a lot out of the freshman. You just got to be smart here and not get another cheap foul. How long can he go? Buchtel back up by 10. 4 straight for Livingston. That all started with the offensive rebound, the hustle play by Young Jones off the missed free throw. And this is more zone than I've seen Buchtel play. That time, there's nothing you could do. He got caught on the wrong side, had to give it up. Jason Pryor with his second basket. And we didn't see this life the other night out of Livingston. Great ball movement. Can't get it to go. Anthony Hunt pulls down the rebound. Oh, good pass, but just a little bit behind Livingston. I like the unselfishness the Griffins are showing. That's their first turnover. Jonah Wagon for the first time. Cordell Livingston going to show some token full court pressure here as they're looking to trap. Good patience by the Vikings. 3 ball up, and it's a little long. Livingston skies and gets the rebound. One thing he has to watch is he doesn't get the offensive. He had 2 of those the last game. King back into the game, gets it blocked, but gets it back, and that's going to be a foul. King stays with it, and yeah, so what? What happens when you get your shot blocked? 2 out of 3 times something good happens. Either you draw a foul or the ball gets knocked out of bounds or you get it back. The only bad thing that happens is a turnover. So that's keep going at him, young fella. That's going to be Latrice Jackson's second personal. So both good things happen on that one. We got the ball back and got a foul. A little crowded on the inbounds. King gets it though. Hunt with a nice drop step. They're going to get him on the travel. Yep, he took that extra little stutter. And I don't even know if he took it, but the fact that he stutter stepped looked like he could have went left, but more comfortable with that dominant right hand. Noah Peoples back in the game to replace Livingston. Why, you say? Get him out for 40 seconds, give him a rest, not get a cheapie here late in the first quarter. Good use of the skip pass. Fancy handles, but they lose it. We got a 3-on-1 break. King back to Cordell Livingston. He can't get it to go. Line drive, no. Rebound to Graham Koppelman, but they lose it right back. Martavian Johnson, and the tip by Noah Peoples. Actually, they're going to say no tip, give it to Martavian. Great steal by him. Good box out by Hunt. Buchtel with it, and at the end of the first quarter, a good one for the Buchtel Griffins as they lead by a score of 19-9. They've done it outside, but they've done it also with defense and rebounding. And if they keep rebounding like they are now, a trip to Columbus not out of the realm of possibility. This Villa Angela St. Joseph team used to being and playing from behind, so nothing new for them. City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by the Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School, which is a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Griffins 19, Vikings 9. Chris Livingston, 7 first quarter points. Jonathan King with 4. On the other side, only 2 players have scored. Jaden Hamid with 5 and Jason Praya with 4. This Buchtel defense that has been so instrumental in their run up to the task in the first quarter. Ronell Puri and Chris Livingston, 2 fouls apiece. Latrace Jackson for the Vikings with 2 fouls, so we'll watch that as we go forward here. It's Livingston, Johnson, King, and Peoples for your Griffins. What a move. Got him on the body, and he is just so strong and quick, and he's only a sophomore. Noah Peoples' first 2, giving him that inside presence that they need. King with the steal. And oh, what a pass to Livingston. Up and 1. What an unselfish look by John King. Just a different intensity tonight for the Griffins. They can sense it. We've got a long way to go, but you've got to love the start. Livingston line, lane, and good. He matches last game's total. When he scores 10 and you manage to still get a victory in a regional semifinal, it shows you the depth and the different ways this team can win. Every time we see them, they seem to be growing up a little bit more. playing more zone tonight than I've seen him play all year, and it's working. Martavian Johnson, who has been an absolute factor on the defensive end, gets his 3rd steal. 6 turnover already for St. Joe's. Foul's going to be a loose ball one on Jonah Wag. Vikings back in man-to-man defensively. One thing they're doing is I would be denying Livingston once he gets rid of it, and they're trying to do that. There's no help defense on him. Actually, see, I would be no help. And Buchtel showing a little bit of patience here. And why not up 15 early in the 2nd quarter? And we're going to have a timeout. And with it, we'll take a break. All Griffins so far, 24-9. Back to action here. Griffins will inbound. In control of this one early on. And we've seen this before. They'll take the air out of the basketball too, especially when they get up like this. Peoples to the rack, and the finish. Nice look by Livingston. I thought he was going to jam that home. But get good shots. You got the lead now. Get good shots. Rely on your defense. You got them out of the zone by making threes. Now see if they can defend you inside. Drive to the hole, and that's a good look. Jonah Wag, his first 2 in the first 2 of the 2nd quarter for the Vikings. Young Jones, I saw the pull of the jersey, no call, but how about getting some good minutes? He's got 5 off the bench. Young Jones, another one of these talented sophomores. And we're going to have another timeout. This matchup zone giving them fits right now. And with that timeout, we'll take a quick break here and come back to action. Welcome back. Vikings looking for answers here. 5:32 left in the 2nd. They trail by 17. Not shocked that the Griffins are up, but shocked that it's by this margin this early. But it still is early. Anthony Hunt back into the ball game. They get Livingston out again. And Puri with those 2 fouls. Coach Futch trying to protect as much as possible. Why not just saying you got to sit the rest of the first half? There's another turnover. Young Jones with it. He's going to the rack. He's cut off, and it's blocked, but it will stay with the Griffins. Nice defensive play there by Jonah Wag. But 7 first half turnovers. Puri and Livingston back in. They had the screen too, but he kept moving with it, did Hunt. Made it an easy call. Griffins bringing some pressure here. 2-2-1 look. which is designed to really slow them up. Not so much to turn it over, but first one that Graham Koppelman gets to go. He's 1 for 3 from three-point range. You got a feeling they're not done. They hit a couple shots. They can get this to single digits. We could have a game. Buchtel showing patience. They just got to answer the run. Nice look to Hunt. He hangs inside to Kai Coleman, to Anthony Hunt. Another assist for the Griffins. I love the patience on offense. Koppelman, you can see he's in rhythm now. Can't get that one to go. Young Jones, who's having a great first half, with another rebound. I love Buchtel not trying to get a shot off every 8 seconds here. They're just trying to. And they're going to get the contest and the foul on Mitchum. He did about everything right for 90% of that play, and then just got Livingston with the extra hang on the arm. Livingston to shoot 2. First one is long. Livingston 2 for 4 now from the line. Make it 3 for 5. He's got 11. They'll lead all scorers. In and out they go. Nice pass inside to find Khalil Mitchum. The penetration hurt the Buchtel defense that time. They haven't got many good inside looks. Young Jones can't get that one to go. Good box out on the other end by Jackson. Deep 3 ball, Koppelman, no. He stays pretty cold. Second shot opportunity, another 3 ball, no. Livingston with the rebound. They had a couple good looks. Step back for Livingston, just off the front of the rim. Look good from here. Another steal. This time Cordell Livingston, and they're going to pull it back out smartly. 8 turnovers for St. Joe's, only 2 for the Griffins. Huge so far in this first half. Hunt was out of bounds, no call. King, another great pass, and the assist to Hunt. John King dropping dimes everywhere in the first half. Hunt's got 4, nice pass on the other end. Khalil Mitchum. And Vikings might have found something there with penetration. They're getting some good looks off of that. Stutter by King. Circus shot, good defense. Rebound goes to Koppelman. I don't know why they're shooting NBA threes when he was open from 19, but he shot it from 22. And we're going to have a timeout by Coach Futch. And he's going to take a full timeout here, 2 minutes in the first half, and I wonder if he might pull it out here and try to protect this lead. Well, we'll see, won't we? So far in this one, 33-18. Buchtel Griffins with an impressive first half performance. They forced 8 turnovers. They've won the edge on the rebounding glass, and they've shot it better, and that's why they're up 15. 11 points from Chris Livingston. 4 points from Anthony Hunt and John King, and then Rob Young-Jones with 5. Jaden Hamid with 5. Jason Pryor with 4, and Khalil Mitchum with 4 lead the Vikings. Long way to go, and you feel like the Vikings just a little bit out of sync in this one. but they will grind. Hamid, who had 19 in the regional final game. Also, Pryor had 16 and Mitchum had 12. So those three guys all in the scoring crowd. They're their leading scorers right now. And out of the timeout, they're going to bring a little full court pressure. Griffins break it. King with it. And he gets it ripped, but they're going to get Jason Jonah Wag on the reach. And now it's the turns for the Vikings fans to approve their displeasure. It's going to be Wag's second personal. John King to the line to shoot 1+1. And he drills the first. As long as they can keep it at around 16 or 17, we're going to be in good shape here, Peter. Drills the second one as well. Back to a 17-point margin. And back to that matchup zone. 2-3 extended. They'll match up out of it a little bit. Oh, my goodness. That's a little highlight reel play by Hamid. He needs to stay aggressive. He's having a good first half. Buchtel breaks the pressure again. What a pass, and a posterized dunk. Highlight reel that. Another assist. How many assists are we talking about in this first half? More than half their points have come off assists. King just misses it. Wag up in the air. Hamid stripped. Livingston out and running. He passes to Paris. It gets it blocked, but Livingston filling the lane. Gets it and will stay here. Good hustle by Hamid to keep it from being a worse deficit. You just got to be careful that Paris and Livingston don't pick up their third personal here. They've been really smart about it so far. Good strip by King, but it goes right to Peoples. Can't get it to go. King over the back, but no call. Tapped out of bounds off of King. Yeah, they're saying get him right now. Getting those guys with 2 fouls. Great job by the Buchtel coaching staff. The assistant coach is on top of it. McNeil Thompson, Ed Smith, Eric Fletcher, Lavelle Sharp, and David Blanks on that bench doing yeoman's work. Alongside the head coach Matt Futch in his second season trying to get the Griffins to Columbus. To do it, they're going to have to go through this powerhouse that is the Vikings. They've been there 6 of the last 7 years. And they're going to get a ticky-tack on Young Jones with 4.5 left in the half. That will send Mitchum to the line to shoot 1-1. No, it won't. No, it won't. That's only their 6th team foul. I beg your pardon. That's a good foul. Lob inside, another turnover. 2 seconds, got to shoot it. Peoples, no. But after one half, if you're a Buchtel Griffin fan, you say we're halfway home and quite pleased. A standing ovation as they sprint off the court, up 17, 37-20. We'll be back with first half stats and second half action. You're watching regional final basketball here on APS 15. Peter George, Joe Pekansky here with you, getting ready for second half action from Canton Memorial Civic Center, where your Buchtel Griffins dominating first half performance as they lead by 17. Some first half stats. First for the home team on the scoreboard, the Vikings of Villa Angela St. Joseph. They were led by Jaden Hamid with 7, 4 apiece from Jason Pryor and Khalil Mitchum. For the Buchtel Griffins, they were led by Chris Livingston, 13 first half points. John King with 6. Rob Young-Jones off the bench with 5. Noah Peoples and Anthony Hunt for apiece as we get ready for the second half, and here we go. Can the Griffins finish this thing out? They come out man-to-man defensively in the second. Nice move inside, and they got to go more to him. Khalil Mitchum, 2 points. And the Griffins have won 6 consecutive quarters. Even in that grind fest we had the other day, they've outscored opponents in 6 consecutive. They're going to leave Johnson open. He wisely backs it off. Oh, excuse me. Spread formation by the Griffs. King going to work, backs down. It's blocked. Nice defensive help. In and out we go. 3 ball, can't get it to go. King with the leak out to Peoples. Great pass, John King, another assist. Noah Peoples running the floor. King doing a little bit of everything today. And Peoples going to get caught going over the top on the other end. His first personal. And if St. Joe's wants to get back in that game, they cannot give out any leak outs. Oh, nice move by, I think he's got to touch it every time, Peter. Khalil Mitchum showing some quick baseline moves there. That one knocked out of bounds, out of Paris' hands, but it will stay with the Griffins. Quick substitution in. Jason Pryor, who's had the hot hand as of late. Livingston calls for the pick, roll, and somehow he gets it up. And how many times have we seen him do that? You got to overplay on him because he'll dot the I if you don't. He had the roller there, but he pulled up, again, the hang time that he has in the body control to draw the foul. It's going to be on Wag, his third. And Livingston to the line to shoot 3. He has such an uncanny ability to get fouled on the three-point shot. 2 for 2 for Livingston. And 5 of 7 overall. Perfect 3 of 3 for Livingston. He's got 16. Back to an 18-point lead. A little picket fence there. Nice move. And we're going to get a foul. It's going to be on John King. His first. We'll send Wag to the line to shoot 2. Wag drills the first. The first foul shot of the game for the Vikings. That tells you some things. And I think with the sense that they prepared for that zone, Coach Fudge comes out man-to-man so far here defensively in the third quarter. Full court pressure, and we're going to get Hamid on the tap. Hamid's first, only team second. Oh, that's a lazy pass there, stolen. That one just hung in the air too long. That's going to be a double dribble. Back-to-back turnovers by the Griffins. Julius Cummings got his first two. A lot of contact, no whistle. Livingston with a rebound. We got a 3-on-1 break. Paris can't handle it. 3 turnovers in a row, and slow down, Griffins. They had numbers there. Full court pressure now by Buchtel. Can't get it to go, 2 in a row, and we're going to have a foul on number 5, Latrace Jackson. You feel the sense of urgency right now by the Vikings, kind of sensing a little bit of momentum, but I don't want to say it's panic time, but they've definitely increased the pressure and tempo here. King with a nifty dribble, and we got numbers on the other end. Paris had a lane but pulls it back out. Paris with the stutter gets to the hole and somehow gets it up. Another one of these super sophomores. This is in a strong sophomore class for the Griffins. Peoples, Paris, Young Jones, Martavian Johnson. To go with the freshman Livingston and Livingston. And you got a recipe for a good basketball team for years to come, a real good basketball team. Paris knocks down the first free throw and the second as well. Griffin shooting it much better from the line so far tonight. That kept it close a lot the other night against the Bulldogs, where we struggled in that third quarter, but we hit the ones late we had to. Back to a 16-point game. Young Jones back in. th turnover on the travel by Hamid. Great pass, Livingston to Peoples, and the quick finish. Noah Peoples with 8. And they make them pay for the pressure. They beat them down on the back end. Take to the hole, but cannot get a rebound, and they're going to get Mitchum over the top. King does not get that call if he doesn't box out. And Buchtel not only playing well, but also playing very smart in this ball game. Not taking bad shots, taking care of the basketball for the most part. King gets the jump with a little quick head fake. He gets the 3rd foul on Mitchum. And they continue their dominance at the free throw line. 11 for 13 are the Griffins from the line. They just will not let them back in. A 20-point lead now for Buchtel. Change it up with a half-court trap here. Almost gets the steal. Griffins continue their pressure. St. Joe's continues struggling shooting from the perimeter. Graham Koppelman back in. Koppelman can't get it to go. Rebound by Mitchum. He draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Rob Young-Jones, his second. Only the third team foul for the Griffins. Can't get the first one to go. Julius Cummings back in. Second one is good. John King going to take a breather. Noah Peoples back in. Good patience in the backcourt. Paris going to bring it up. Having a ball handler like Paris allows Livingston to play off the ball more and not have to exert all that extra energy, bring it up against pressure. And how about Peoples tonight with the step back jumper? He's got 6 third quarter points. That's a foul on the bump. It's going to be Young-Jones' third. And Buchtel up by 21, and Babe Kwasniak knows it's getting later and later here, so he's going to take a timeout, and we will too, and we'll be right back. Back out of the timeout. Griffins counter with Anthony Hunt Jr. Paris, Chris Livingston, Noah Peoples, and Young-Jones. Shot is long. They continue. Can't buy a basket. Chris Livingston on the push out. Turnover. St. Joe's back the other way. Oh, come on. That's a travel. Jonah Wag covers about 12 feet with that long jump. And off the turnover, 2 more for St. Joe. They just haven't made a run. 4 here, 4 there, but Buchtel has been able to answer. Livingston with it out high. He gets to the hole. Oh. They're going to get a moving screen. I think it was more the reaction of the defender. Noah Peoples going to get called with it, his second. John King back in after a quick breather. And they're going to go back to that zone. And until they start knocking down some shots, why not? Oh, nice lean in and duck in. They had that drawn up. Mitchum missed the first one, but got his own rebound, and he's got 11. First player in double figures. Oh, roll, Noah. You were open. 2 minutes and some change. Buchtel up by 17. That's the number they've been on since early in the second quarter, pretty much. Peoples with the take, and he created the contact, so no whistle. That could have been Mitchum's fourth. If he would have went straight up, he would have had it. There's a 3 ball, still can't get it to go. Look at the box out by King. King, another assist. Oh no, in and out, but Peoples runs down the rebound. Livingston, no, once, 2, yes, and 1. So Livingston doing it a variety of ways. A couple of threes in the first quarter. Getting to the free throw line in the middle quarters, and now a couple of stick backs. 18 for Livingston. And when we say quietly, it hasn't been quietly, but it's been smoothly. Nothing forced, very efficient night. Livingston squares it up. He's 4 for 4 from the line in the third quarter. 8 for 8 for the Griffins from the line this quarter. Nice stop and pop on the other end by Hamid. Step back, foot on the line, no. Rebound to Praya. Hamid, I wouldn't want to guard him. Shot, no. 3 ball, Koppelman gets that one. Again off the second shot. In and out we go. Cordell Livingston for 3, why not? Livingston, his first 3, and he said, give me some space, I'll knock it down too. And he's only a freshman. Koppelman heating up. Back-to-back 3s for Koppelman. Cuts it to 15. Keep shooting, Koppelman. He started about 1 of 6, but the last 2 have been dead eye. Livingston with the step back 3, no stopping it. The answer again. Three on the other end. Koppelman says we're not done yet. And a flurry to end the third quarter. 3 threes by Koppelman and a step back dagger by Livingston. And after 3 quarters of play, it's the Griffins 59 and St. Joe's 44. And I think Peter got that maybe one of the most exciting things of the night. And Buchtel gives it right back. Get ready for a fun fourth quarter here. We'll take a quick break. Here we go, gets ready for the fourth quarter for the Griffins. It's King, Johnson, Cordell, and Chris Livingston and Ronell Paris. They're gonna trap right out of the inbounds, are the Vikings. Nice little wrinkle there, but King slices and dices through. So Livingston, Martavian Johnson finds King on the block. Look at the spin move. Cordell Livingston gets the loose ball. He can't get it to go. Rebound fought for and won by Chris Livingston. Paris for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound and going fast. Look at the lob pass and a perfect one by Jonah Wag to Latrace Jackson. Again, this Vikings team has been down before. They will not die. Livingston wants it cleared out. They're going to have to double him. Paris gets the screen. He takes the floater. He leaves it way short. Kind of babied that one. High-low again. They leave him wide open. Little miscommunication there. And the closest they've been for St. Joe's, they cut it to 11. We're going to have a 30-second time by the Griffins. And slowly but surely, the Vikings starting to get more and more inside looks. Oh boy. It's been a battle, guys. 59-48, Griffins on top. But a long way to go. Still 6:49 left in this one. And for, I think, the first time tonight, Vikings with the momentum. I mean, the Griffins got it pretty much from the start, and they've led by as many as 21. Vikings have kept it around 15, and with this quick surge here, 4-0 run to start the fourth quarter, the closest they've been since the second quarter. Since early in the second quarter, really. They were down 17 at the half. $15 after 3. It's cut to 11. Can the Griffins keep it at double digits? Peter says, I sure hope so. Griffin's going to take the air out of it a little bit here. King loses it. Another turnover. On the attack. What body control by Hamid. He has double figures with 11, and it's single digits, guys. 59-50. Showing the energy is the Vikings that they did not come out with. They got it now. Buchtel trying to hang on. Cordell Livingston, great pass, and King with the big finish. Great look by Cordell Livingston, giving him some valuable fourth quarter minutes here. John King in double figures with 10. Martavian Johnson continues his relentless defensive pressure. That's a travel. Travel. Oh, they're going to get Buchtel on the foul on the ground. I thought he drugged that pivot foot, but they say foul first. Noah Peoples gets his third personal. Rob Young-Jones back to replace Martavian Johnson. Oh, he had a slip in, didn't get it to him. Koppelman again. Great patience on the out of bounds play. Koppelman with 5 threes and 15. It's down to an 8-point game. And the young Griffins, can they finish here? Good pass to Peoples. Wild shot, and somehow gets it to go. I have no clue how that went in. Block on the other end by King. But Mitchum stays active on the boards, and he gets fouled. He'll shoot 2. That's going to be Peoples' 4th. Noah Peoples with unbelievable body control and spin somehow got that shot to go in. First foul shot knocked down by Mitchum. A dozen for Mitchum. Two big free throws, cuts it back to 8. Full court pressure by the Vikings, and it's knocked away. Livingston gets it back somehow. Relentless pressure. King slips but gets it to Peoples. It's knocked out of bounds, and he wanted the foul, no call, but it will stay with Buchtel. St. Joe's playing with relentless pressure right now. And there's another knock away and another turnover for the Griffins. And they're going to come right back with Koppelman. Got to find him. They're going to go 1-2-2. Their patented defense that has been so effective with Chris Livingston and his length at the point of this pressure. Really slows them down too. Nice diagonal pass, almost stolen. King almost got there again. Oh, Pari with great defense, forcing the travel. Did a great job of avoiding contact as Hamid tried to create it. Don't leave him. Timeout. Nope. Oh, right through Livingston's hands. They had numbers, and Livingston said, yeah, I turned my head a little bit too soon there. 10 turnovers now for the Griffins. Things starting to tighten up here. Vikings got it down to 8. A basket here would be huge. You can feel their crowd wanting to erupt. Give us a reason. Hamid with the spin, and that is more than pretty. It's down to 6. 13 for Hamid. Livingston pulls it out at the other end. One more pass. Peoples gets it back though. Young Jones in the corner for 3. It's way too long. Ball's gonna stay here though as King working on that weak side glass, and it goes off of Jonah Wag. Coach Futch feels the momentum and calls time, and we got ourselves a ball game here. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left, 63-57 Griffins. Woo. We got ourselves a ball game here from Camp Memorial Civic Center. Division II regional final, and what else you gonna expect? Nobody's gonna go away lightly here. After a terrible start, St. Joe's has found their sea legs. They're down by 6. Griffins trying to answer out of the timeout. King gets it. Need a basket desperately. And they'll go to their senior, and they'll take it. How about that from John King? Does it over and over again. When you need a big basket, that's the guy to go to. A dozen now for King, and a great floor game by him today. He's blocked shots. He's dealt off about 5 assists. And the big thing is that's going to be Khalil Mitchum's 5th personal. He had a whale of a second half. Finishes with 13 points, 9 of those in the second half. And they've worked so hard to get back in this one, has St. Joe's. Do they have anything left in the tank? King looked like he was short, but great touch. 100% foul shooting in the second half for the Griffins. And you don't think that's big. Great trap at half court, and they get the turnover, and Matt Futch loves it. I haven't seen that vertical that high since his graduation year. Again, I mentioned how smart they played. That's where you want to trap. Nowhere for the offensive player to go. Can't go back, can't go forward. Huge turnover. Livingston with it, surveying the court. They break pressure. King hesitates, surveys what he got, and he attacks John King again. 7 fourth quarter points for the senior. And he wants a trip to my favorite big city. Good knock away by Young Jones. It's Young Jones, Johnson, King, Peoples, and Chris Livingston. Griffins back up by 11, and they're starting to sense it here. 3 minutes left. Koppelman again, back iron, no. Martavian Johnson with the rebound. Buchtel gonna pull it out now. Not with King, look at the take, and that's an intentional foul, good call. King steps up to him and then wisely walks away, and his teammates do a great job as well. Intentional foul was the signal, but they're going to talk it over. I think it was intentional. No play on the ball. Yep, that's 2 shots and the ball out of bounds. And St. Joe's can't believe it. There was no hesitation on it, though. You got to make a play on the. You could have fouled him hard. but swipes at the ball. He just wraps his arms around him and got him up high too. Brilliant first 3 quarters for Chris Livingston, but it's been all John King in the 4th quarter. They kind of take turns, and with this team balance defensively and these guys with the ability to score, proving what a tough out they are. Inside 3 minutes and a chance to get to Columbus and play at the Schottenstein Center. And they're going to quickly foul Young Jones. Griffins 11 for 11 in the second half from the free throw line. Not trying to jinx him. He'll shoot 2 shots. Young Jones, his first foul shots of the night. Boom, why not? That foul is on Julius Cummings, only his first. Vikings cut it to 6. It's back to 14. King with the offensive rebound. He draws another foul. And partner, I think you see, I think it's pretty easy to see who the player of the game is in this one, even though he might not be the best player on the court and one of the best in the state, but the guy at the line right now has made every big play once it got tight. John King, the senior, says, I don't want to be done yet. I want to continue this ride. I want another week of practice. Ice water in the veins for King. Boom, why not? King, 11 of his 19 in the 4th quarter. Great half-court pressure. There's a trap again. Martavian Johnson with his 5th steal of the night. King, how did he get through him? I don't know how he did it. Oh, he had the lob to Livingston. Livingston wanted it. Coach Fudge is like, it's okay, we don't need that there. We'll get it again. We'll get it when we need it. Young Jones. He'll shoot 2. And he drills it. 7 points now for Rob Young Jones. Played a lot of valuable minutes tonight. Drano back up to 18 just like that. Without these great free throw shooting, it could have been a different story. Quick timeout by the Vikings. And we'll take a quick break here with 2:09 left. Back to action, full court pressure here by Villa Angela St. Joseph. Nice flash by Young Jones. Paris breaks the pressure. They had another backdoor cut, but they'll take their time. There's an oop. They pull it back out. Good decision by Paris, but now they're forced to foul. Why not take the easy shot? Because they want that clock to keep running. Fouls on Julius Cummings. Buchtel Griffins took care of business in their conference this year and really went out and played a tough non-conference schedule with mixed results. It beat some good ball clubs and lost some tough games. Weren't afraid to go on the road. But really getting this team, this young team, ready for this point in this second season. And what they've done better than a lot of Buchtel teams in the past is when they decide to, their defense can be a factor, and they can when they rebound, they are tough to beat. And Jaden Hamid plays about 6'5", and he's going about 5'9". He takes the ball to the rack with reckless abandon. Foul's going to be on Martavian Johnson, his first. Hamid drills it. Continue to pressure. King breaks it easily. And that's a rejection, but we're going to have a foul. Young Jones was going to pull it out, and then he saw the lane just wide open. Foul's going to be on Jason Pryor. Foul's mounting up for St. Joe's. They got to stop the clock. Young Jones with 9. Make it 10. Another knockaway by King. Inside 2 minutes here, and the ladders will be coming out soon, Peter, here. Somebody's cutting down some nets. And barring a miracle, it looks like it's going to be the Akron Buchtel Griffins. 3 ball, no. Livingston skies for the rebound, and there he goes. Leak out to Noah Peoples. Jam! Signature! Ball game. Griffins by 18, quickly the other way. Jordan Wag. Livingston with the crossover and the smooth left hand, and it's up and good. Livingston with 24, his first 2 points of the fourth quarter. He hasn't had to score, though. And now it's an all-star game. Jordan Hamid. 18 for Hamid. And we're getting down to it. And I thought he was going to pull his subs in. Not yet. St. Joe's ball. 3 ball. No. Livingston with the rebound. He's not stopping. Okay. There's your signature. Chris Livingston for 2. And they're going to call timeout, and Coach Squozniak's going to call off the dogs and get his subs in and let the celebration start for your Griffins. 36.9 seconds, 84 points today in a regional final as they have just exploded. 24 for Livingston. He's going to finish his night. Brilliant on both ends of the floor. John King's going to finish with 19. Noah Peoples with 14. Rob Young-Jones with 10. Ronell Pari with 6 points off the. And Martavian Johnson, brilliant defense. The Griffins are headed south, Peter. Who would have thought with this young team, you know you have an undeniable talent on both ends, the senior King and the freshman highly touted national talent, Livingston. So you knew you had a chance to be pretty good, but maybe a lot of people said a year away. You're young, they're starting 3 sophomores, a freshman, and a senior. Well, guess what? They not only grew up, they play extremely smart. Your Flurry's Cafe player of the game, Jonathan King, 11 of his 19 for the senior in the fourth quarter. And when the going got tough, he took over and took a 6-point lead and made it an 11-point lead with 5 straight points and kind of finished things off. Congratulations to senior John King, and congratulations to Matt Futch and the Buchtel Griffins, going dancing and still dancing another week. They'll play the winner of the Kettering region. This is no matter as we go to the rack. It's put in, and that will end it. And let the celebration begin. Final, Buchtel Griffins 84, Villa Angela St. Joe's 70. A wire-to-wire victory for the Griffins. And pack your bags, Griffins fans, you're going to C-Bus. The momentum continues now to the state Final Four and 2 wins away from that illustrious state title. With the win, the Griffins survive and advance, and they will play the winner of the Kettering Regional. That game is tomorrow, and it pits Trotwood Madison, who's in every state final for football, and they do it for basketball, against Dayton Northridge. The winner of that one will meet the Griffins on Thursday night, the primetime game from the Schottenstein Center. As we let the celebration occur, we want to thank some people. We want to thank Joe Vassilotti, Director of Athletics for the entire Akron Public School District. We want to thank Ron Linger for all his help this year, and Beth Johnson on site, off site, doing things for us through our entire sports season. And we want to thank you, the fans, the listeners. Again, Buchtel Griffins 84 and Villa Angela St. Joe's 70. Thank you for your continued support, and we'll see you next time.